Bill Hendrix has worked for the Dow Chemical Company since 1989 and has been active in the company's Gay, Lesbian, and Allies at Dow, which is GLAD, the acronym, network almost since its inception in 2000. Mr. Hendrix has made presentations on LGBT topics at the Out and Equal Conference and for local employee resource groups. He also serves on the board of the Indiana Youth Group, a local LGBT youth advocacy agency. Mr. Hendrix holds a Ph.D. from Iowa State University. Welcome. It's Dr. Hendrix, I guess it should be then, right? Welcome.
Mr. Chairman and members of the subcommittee, my name is Bill Hendrix, and I'm a product stewardship specialist for the Dow Chemical Company, and I've worked for them for 19 years. In addition to my role as a product stewardship specialist, I also serve as the company's Gays, Lesbians, and Allies at Dow, or the GLAD network. It's an affinity group advocating for gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender and allied employees within the company. GLAD is one of the 6 employee networks at Dow, all working towards promoting an increasingly diverse and inclusive workplace. Dow thanks the subcommittee for holding this hearing to examine the discrimination that many transgender Americans face in their workplace. First, let me provide just a little bit of background on Dow. Dow was founded 110 years ago in Midland, Michigan. Our small-town Midwestern roots have encouraged us to establish enduring core values of integrity and respect for people. It is these values that form the very heart of our approach to diversity and inclusion. At Dow, we serve customers in 160 countries, and we have about 43,000 employees. Clearly, diversity underpins our workforce, our culture, and indeed our very business model. We know that it is our human element that is key to our success. As a result, we know that creating a respectful, inclusive working environment is not only a matter of fairness and equality, but is one of critical economic and business importance. With a shrinking talent pool, particularly in the sciences and engineering, it is essential for us to actively include everyone to ensure that we attract and retain the very best talent that's available to us. As an industrial business-to-business supplier with virtually no consumer marketing, we must work even harder to have an identifiable employer brand. When we discuss LGBT workplace policies, we do so knowing that these policies give us an advantage. Because we don't have major offices or facilities in the metropolitan areas of the U.S., our LGBT employees often have more protection from discrimination under Dow's policies than they do in the laws of their state or locality. Specifically, our LGBT policies have been good for our workplace for 2 main reasons. Number 1, retention of our LGBT employees because they know that they can perform their job without fear of repercussion and therefore have more reason to be committed to the company. And number 2, better recruitment of allies and younger workers who often use things like employee benefits such as our transgender policies or our flexible work hours as a litmus test for prospective employers. For Dow, like most companies, the offering of benefits to LGBT employees has been a result of a multi-stage journey. We first instituted sexual orientation in our employee non-discrimination policies in 2000. We then added parity for domestic partner benefits in 2002, and we added protection based on gender identity in 2005. Of special note, we have implemented this globally for all 160 countries that we do business in. When comparing our company to other Fortune 500, Dow is one of the nearly 300 that currently offer protection for employees based on gender identity. Loss of talent comes at a very significant cost to employers, many of whom, like Dow, will suffer from shortages of qualified workers as baby boomers retire. For our workplace transgender policy, we leveraged a policy developed by the Human Rights Campaign and then modified it slightly for our specific workplace conditions. This policy strongly emphasizes the mutual respect and good communication between the transitioning employee and his or her supervisor. Communication to the transitioning employee's work group is also critical. For example, working with the transitioning employee, training seminars can be created to prepare coworkers. Our policy also addresses questions such as transitioning name change, updating company databases, and offering support for other legal documents such as passports that are required for work. As I have mentioned, it has been a journey for my company. On the whole, our program has gone remarkably well. We have had one employee transition to the workplace since 2005 and utilize these policies. As expected, coworkers have had a few questions and concerns, but our company has been able to address them and to ensure that the workplace remains very respectful and productive. In discussions with the transitioning employee, she felt that most of her coworkers were quite accepting and supporting. Overall, we have achieved a positive reception of our transgender policy, both internally and externally. Internally, because of our strong commitment to our Human Elements campaign policies, very little negative notice was taken of the inclusion on gender identity. This is just one more diversity factor within a comprehensive program that our company offers. Dow appreciates the chance to share our views and applauds the committee's work to gather more information on gender identity within the workplace. And we welcome any further questions you may have.